Hello everyone and welcome to the Atelier Nekozuki podcast. My name is Katie. Today is Wednesday, July 3rd, 2019, and this is episode 80. We broke into the 80s finally. Thank you so much for joining me if this is your first time, and thank you so much for joining me again if you have visited the podcast before. I am very rusty. It's been a few weeks since I recorded. I know I had said that I'd do an informal vlog at Teen and A. Unfortunately, well, it didn't happen. Wednesday is training day at Teen and A, and it is actually quite full. We ended up having to do training, and then there was a panel that we attended at Teen and A as well on the Wednesday night. And then last week I came home on Tuesday and I was sick. I had a cold for most of Teen and A because of course I ended up there, and got sick on Thursday. No hint of it really before I went or anything like that. Super annoying. And then last week I was still actually really sick, so I figured you wouldn't really want to listen to my sick husky voice for half an hour. To be quite fair, I don't know if I could have talked for a full podcast last week and still been like had any voice at all actually at the end of it. So last week was a week off again as well, but I'm back. So this week will be a normal podcast, and then next week I will be doing a vlog from Vancouver Island because we're heading out for a family wedding this weekend, which is super exciting. I'm really excited because there has only been one other wedding that I have attended that neither of us have either been getting married, our wedding, or that we weren't in the party. And so I'm super excited to just go out and be a guest, show up and like not have to do anything really. So that's exciting. And then we're gonna do a little bit of touring around on Vancouver Island too. So I'll try and get a little bit of like video action down there as well, or out there as well, because it's a gorgeous area and I haven't done that before. So we'll see what I can do. Wednesday is a transit day, so I'm not 100% sure when I'll record it, but you'll see it on YouTube when it goes up. It will also be an informal vlog, so much less stable. I won't have my tripod or anything like that with me. So the good news is, though, that we were at a knitting event, and surprisingly, this is one of the few knitting events where quite a bit of knitting ends up happening. I didn't end up knitting a lot on the flight out. Usually I am a plain knitter and I had projects with me, but I was super anxious about flying this time, which just sometimes seems to happen. I don't know why. There really wasn't anything to be anxious about, as is the case. Anxiety is obviously produced by your head without rhyme or reason all the time. Overactive like fight or flight instincts. But what I did pick up, and I got quite a bit of work done on when we're down in Cleveland, is the Good Vibes shawl. So now this is something that I cast on last February, and obviously I'm right in the middle of the road because why would I have knit back? The Good Vibes shawl is by Nadia Chrétien Lajon. She's NCL_knits on Instagram, so you can go follow her there. And I'm knitting this out of Ancient Arts Yarns, Socknado base. It is, I met Stephen West and I liked it. And then it's a set of the highlighter mini skeins, so green, pink, blue, yellow. There is an orange in there, but I'm thinking I might not put it in and just do like another set of these stripes, because there's technically supposed to be 7 stripes. I only have 6 minis. I'll figure it out, but I'm really like, I was having a lot of problems lining up the lace sections, so I ripped all the way out, realized that I was doing it fine, and just went for it, and it's doing good. It's all lined up now, which I'm super happy about. This is where I started it, so I was at the green. Obviously I pulled all the minis out and then went for it. The Progress Keeper is from Leah from the Crafty Colon, and she's out in Vancouver. Let's see, I don't think it's gonna focus because I am on my phone. but super cute little like resin teapot charm. And yeah, so I'm actually pretty darn close to being done this because I'm on the 4th of 7 stripes, so I'm halfway through the stripes. It is kind of, what that does is a swoop on one side, and then I think there's a few rows of the overall color right at the very end. So realistically, I could be done very rapidly if I wished. But instead, what I did, instead of finishing that, which is what I should have done, I actually did purchase yarn at Tina Nay, at Sample It, and I started the Lillypilly by Amber O'Brien. This is out of Forbidden Fiber Co. And I'm sure lots of you have seen 12.5 of these at least. But I've been wanting to knit it for a while. I did start it at one point, but I didn't like the yarn combo. It did not have enough contrast. This finally does. So there's like this like raspberry taupe, and then the lace will be in this light dusty rose pink. So I guess like a dark rose, dusty rose, and taupe, which does have a few hints of like rosy in there too. Obviously it is the sparkle base, very sparkly. I love it, which is interesting because it is only 5% stellina, so it's not like it's overly done. It is the Pride base, so it's 70% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 10% stellina, and I don't have all the colorway names. I know one is squib, one is You Don't Bring Me Flowers, which is a reference to the Neil Diamond song, and then something else, and I can't remember which went with which, guys, I'm sorry. But I'm super happy. This is what I knit on the way home, and so I was about halfway through the stripes when we got home, and then I finished off the stripes this week and then started the lace just today. So literally I knit the one row and then purled back, and that's it that I've done today. So, but it's started and it's super exciting. These were also like almost 500 yard skeins. They're 4 ounce, 495 yard skeins, and they all fit in one of these bags, in one of my small box bags. I was super impressed. There's 3 colors in there, and then project space. Super happy with that. And I have needles to chat about. So these are new to me needles. They are the Nina needles, and they are produced by Tulip, which is a company out of Hiroshima, Japan, and they swivel. You're not really going to be able to see that, obviously. Well, you kind of can. I'm not usually a big fan of bamboo needles, which is what these are, but these ones are actually super sharp for a bamboo needle, and they swivel, and their cable has, as you know, I am a big fan of Chiaogu, but these are not too floopy of cables, so they're not super stiff, but they're also not too bendy, which I'm really enjoying. So I'm going to use them on this shawl. I did go up a needle size for the Lillypilly because I am a tight knitter, generally because of how many socks I knit, and so this is a US 6 4.0 millimeter needle. Yeah, and I'm really enjoying it. I'll give you a better review of the needles as I work the lace with them as well, because who knows how that'll go. But I'm excited. This is one of the projects I've wanted for a really long time, actually, so I'm excited I finally cast on, even though technically I should be working on things I've already cast on. Meh. I did end up taking the Mud Punch socks down, but I didn't work on them, and I did take another pair of socks down and also did not work on them. So, you know, it was shawl time. Lillypilly is a little bit more of a stole shape, so it'll be really nice because I don't have any stoles right now. And then the Good Vibes, like I said, has its, I don't know what you call it, asymmetrical crescent shape, something like that. It's not really a big deal. It makes sense when you actually see it. Now, as per usual, and with this one, I definitely should have gone up a needle size, but I think I'll be blocking this really big because right now it does not have a lot of down, and I want to be able to wear it across my shoulders as well. So that's what I worked on for the past week. What else has been happening? It was my birthday, June 20th. I turned 30 this year, so that's super exciting. Always good. And so basically we celebrated for almost 2 weeks. We went out for curry with my friends before my birthday because we were down in Cleveland on my birthday. And then we ended up having an alpaca cake this past weekend with my in-laws, my mother and father-in-law, and one of my friends as well, because I was like, I want cake, but we can't eat it all ourselves because A, I'm diabetic, and Dallas does not have a sweet tooth. So that was good. We had tea and cake and everything like that. And then, excuse me, what else happened? Curry. Oh, I played a lot, and I mean a lot, of Kingdom Hearts. So right now I finished Birth by Sleep, which I really enjoyed, and I'm working on Dream Drop Distance, which I had explained that it was a bridge game between like 2 Birth by Sleep and 3, but I was reading up on it the other night because I was like, how important is this game? Like, do I actually have to play it before 3? And the very first comment I saw about it was like, this is probably the most important game in the series, even over Birth by Sleep. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I am actually playing it then. So I'm working through that right now. I did get 3 and the new console for my birthday, so I'll be going in and playing 3 here really soon as I finish Dream Drop. So we'll see what happens. So no spoilers, please, if you are a Kingdom Hearts player, because I've done really well in not actually spoiling myself for the past like almost 6 months because it came out end of January, so I guess just over 5 months. But anyway, like, I think the only thing I've actually seen about it is that I sat down and we listened / watched the new opening song. So that's the only thing I know about it. So I'm super excited to actually go out and play it. And as for reading, I am actually listening to a couple audiobooks. I'm listening to The Tea House Fire, which now that I say it, I don't even know the author, and The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter, which I literally just sat down and started when I started the lace on the Lillypilly. So I really am not, I think I'm like 12 minutes into that. And I do not remember the author, although the narrator's Kate Redding, and I really enjoy her as a narrator. Oh, and I was reading The Calculating Stars by Mary Robinette Kowal on the plane, actually, because I was finally able to stretch the legs of my e-reader and figure out if it was actually going to work, and it worked perfect on the plane, which is exactly what I wanted it for. So that was good. Weather's been interesting here, lots and lots of rain, and of course the cats are all like super like, Mom, we love you, don't ever leave us again. And I'm kind of like, joke's on you, because I'm heading out in a couple days again, but I will enjoy the cuddles while I can get them. So yeah, that's realistically it. It feels like there should be more to talk about, but TNA did take up such a big chunk of the time. It was a really good show, really good energy. Thank you for everyone who came and saw me there, and thank you to all the shops that actually placed orders. That's always nice. And I will be filling that over the next few weeks, and then I will be introducing the new Cake Cozy products that I showed on the last podcast post shop order fulfillment. So I'll have those up and in probably around August. End of August at the absolute latest, but hang tight and watch here for more news on them. We are coming up to, I have Inglewood Night Market next weekend in Calgary. It's on the Friday from 5 to 11 p.m. So please come join me there if you'd like to see me. And then the next event after that will be Knit City, which is going to come up far sooner than I ever think it will. And that's the last of the planned markets so far this year, but I'm hoping to add a couple for the Christmas season when dates become available, particularly like Market Collective. She's down here purring. She doesn't like, she's camera shy. She's a wee black kitty cat, but she's purring and happy. Kind of. So yeah, so I hope you guys all have a fantastic week. I will come in with an informal vlog next week and chat with you a little bit more then about our adventures around the island. So thanks so much, guys. Have an awesome week and chat soon. Bye.